Welcome to another edition of your weekly investor-centric program, the Nigerian Investor. Last week on this program, we brought to you updates on Forte Oil and Transcorp PLC AGMs, while we also share with you views from both the shareholders as well as management of the firm. On this edition of this program, our main highlights will be on ABE's Asset Management Tenure Investment Inquest, which we handled on behalf of a client. Immediately we got the authorities to act. We wrote to the firm. On receiving no response, we forwarded a petition to both NSE and SEC. NSE was early in its response to us, as a copy of their letter demanding for explanation from ABE's Asset Management was made available. As we pressed on further with NSE during this period, we got to know that other investors too asked issues with ABE's Asset Management, as they plan to suspend them if they fail to act by redeeming the investment. We did a news story on this lead that they will be suspended, and ABE decided to sue us for libel with damages fixed at 500 million naira, as stated in the letter written to us by their lawyer, Falana and Falana Chambers, while we also responded by contacting our lawyers too. Later on, SEC notified us that they have written to AIMS on this issue. Eventually, AIMS refunded the investors' principal investment only without interest or return, as stated in the investment document that current market price will determine investment redemption. But the capital was not invested in the stock market, rather it was invested in private placement. Our lawyer filed to SEC to complain of mismanagement of funds by AIMS Asset Management. And finally, SEC has eventually given a verdict, and AIM is expected to pay an interest at CBN MPR plus 2 for 5 years, which will amount to around 198,000 naira. Also, we were able to attend the 23rd annual general meetings of Zenith Bank PLC, which is the last AGM to be attended by the outgoing CEO of the bank, who will be the next CBN governor. Let's get to hear what shareholders, the outgoing CEO and chairman of the board has to say.
This is my last annual general meeting of Zenith Bank. And like you already know, I'm proceeding on to Central Bank of Nigeria as the next governor come June 1, 2014. For the second time, the bank has put to test its succession planning document. And so as a result of that, the board has approved the appointment of Mr. Peter Amangbo as the next CEO of Zenith Bank, subject to the approval of Central Bank of Nigeria. Mr. Amangbo has been in the bank for 21 years. He's been an executive director for 9 years. He's done an excellent job, and he deserves to be the managing director of the bank. I'm sure that the baton that we're handing over to him, that he will even take the bank even to greater heights.
I know that the new CEO will also have his own plans, and that he will present to the board. The board will examine it, and all that can give us improved performance and give us better strategic movement, we certainly will take advantage of it. So you should expect something new as we go on.
Taking over from you is qualified, is experienced, is knowledgeable, and we are happy. Mr. Chairman, nobody can spoil this AGM for us today. We are happy you are going MD to CBN. We are happy that this bank has produced a governor of Central Bank of Nigeria.
On market news and another segment, Sterling Bank PLC plans to raise 20 billion naira by the end of June as it targets a 25% increase in lending this year. The bank will conclude the private placement to raise this fund, as stated during its investors conference in Lagos on Tuesday. While also on development in the market, the following companies are expected to hold their AGM soon: Mobi PLC on the 28th of May 2014, CAP PLC on the 19th of June 2014, Len Africa PLC on the 5th of June 2014, Custodian Alana PLC on the 8th of June 2014, Ashaka Cement PLC on the 28th of May 2014, Okomo PLC on the 11th of June 2014, Mansard PLC on the 24th of April 2014, and UBA Capital PLC on the 6th of May 2014. The following companies have declared corporate actions. Skybank PLC declared 30 kobo, while UBA Capital PLC declared 25 kobo, with the closure date set for 22nd of April 2014. On people and changes in board, Transcorp PLC has announced the appointment of Abdul Qadri Jalil as a director in the firm, while Mohamed Nasiru also announced his own resignation from the firm. On the watchdog segment, we want to notify you that the Nigerian Stock Exchange has granted listed companies 1 month grace period for the rendition of their 2013 audited results. According to the exchange, this is to show concern to the challenges being faced by these listed companies in filing these financials. And lastly, on the watchdog segment, we want to also inform you of the 63 capital market operators which has been called on by the Securities and Exchange Commission to regularize their registration with the Apex regulator. Prominent among them is the in-house registrar of Lasaco Assurance PLC. That's all we have for you on this program on this week. Until we come your way again, bye for now.